We've seen numerous films of, well, in anime form involving birds and what have you, like Chicken Run, Happy Feet, and, well, maybe a few others. But this one involves ducks, as I just got back from seeing Migration, now playing in theaters. But is this new Illumination Entertainment film a film that will give the whole family a good quack up good time? Or is this one a complete foul up? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released adventure comedy flick Migration, released by Universal and produced by Illumination. Directed by Benjamin Renner, co-directed by Galo Humsey, and produced by Chris Meledandri. Written by Mike White, based on a story conceived by White and Renner. Starring the voices of Kumail Nanjiani, if I mispronounced that, I apologize, Elizabeth Banks, Awkwafina, Keegan-Michael Key, David Mitchell, Carol Kane, Caspar Jennings, Tresi, Gazal, and Danny DeVito. The story of this film follows a family of mallards who try to convince their overprotective father to go on a vacation of a lifetime and attempt to migrate from New England through New York City to Jamaica. Yes. Now, this here family of mallards consists of the anxious father Mac, adventurous mother Pam, restless son Dax, and innocent daughter Gwen. Well, Mac constantly discourages his family to venture beyond the point, of where they live, in the pond. Much to the displeasure of Pam. One day they meet a flock of migrating ducks who are en route south to Jamaica, which Pam, Dax, and Gwen find interesting, but Mac has no such interest. But Pam angrily tells Mac that he must open his eyes to the world outside him. So Mac talks with his aging Uncle Dan, who, like Mac, also doesn't want to leave the pond. But, however, Dan makes Mac second guess his anti-adventure attitude and decides to have his family migrate. With a reluctant Dan coming along, however, they end up heading north instead of south. They meet some crazy characters along the way, including a heron named Erin and husband Harry. And soon, once they're in New York, they meet a gritty pigeon named Chump, and then her friend of a parrot named Delroy, who was from Jamaica, but lived caged by his owner, a cruel human chef who wants to turn the ducks into something very special for the humans. But that's all the story I'm going to give to you and what have you. Now, my thoughts for this film, I thought it was, 50-50. It was reasonably fun and what have you. Correction, 60-40 then. Sorry. Anyway, this film's pretty reasonable and what have you. Now, they had John Powell compose a score, making this his second film with Illumination after Dr. Seuss's The Lorax in 2012, which that's like one of the Illumination films I have yet to review. Now then, the film's gotten some pretty decent response and what have you. It currently sits at 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying that with beautiful animation and entertaining work from a talented voice cast helped this film take flight in spite of a story that doesn't quite stand out from the flock. Well, that's understandable and what have you. A French newspaper found the plot rather predictable and praised its sense of burlesque or something like that. Well, someone at the LA Times similarly critiqued the plot's predictability, but however praised the film for different from Illumination's previous filmography, particularly in the animation, humor, and voice performances. The Hollywood Reporter praised the film's rich and humor and emotional core and concluded that its considerable appeal perhaps lies in the simplicity of its premise. The hardest part of embarking on a new journey is taking off. The San Francisco Chronicle compared the film favorably to Illumination's recent hit from earlier this year, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, saying, while that film found success thanks to the multi-generational nostalgia, this one soars higher by creating an original world and making the audience feel invested in the characters. Well, again, that's understandable. But yeah, it was fine and what have you. It was pretty fun and what have you. So I have to say it has its moments and what have you. Now for our voice cast, we have Kumail Nanjiani, who I thought the name sounded familiar and what have you. Let's see now. Well, he's appeared in numerous films and what have you. He'll be seeing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire next year. He was recently he had recently appeared in films like The Lovebirds, Eternals, Men in Black International, and also was a voice actor in the Lego Ninjago movie as well. Yeah. And he's also done several other types of TV shows, including a role in The Twilight Zone that was executive produced by Jordan Peele. Elizabeth Banks, who I know that name very well, who of course has been in numerous films and TV shows, and of course currently hosts the current version of Press Your Luck, voices Pam Mallard. I thought she was pretty good. So with Nanjiani as Mac and Elizabeth Banks as Pam, I'm going to say they're a pretty fun team and what have you. Awkwafina, whom we've more recently heard her voice in The Little Mermaid from Disney, and of course has appeared in numerous other films and TV shows, voiced Chump. I'm going to say she's given another character lots of spunk and what have you. Keegan-Michael Key, who had just recently voiced numerous characters and what have you. Most notably, he also lent his voice to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. He, of course, voiced Toad, voices Delroy. I'm going to say he was pretty good. Let's see. We have David Mitchell voicing Gugu, the yogic leader of Duck Farm in one scene you'll see, which something really actually happens. And I'm thinking, I haven't seen the likes of this since Chicken Run. Carol Kane voiced the Heron Aaron. Caspar Jennings voices Dax Mallard, and Tresi Gazal voiced Gwen Mallard. I'm going to say those two are pretty good and what have you. And Danny DeVito voices Dan, who I'm going to say he did one heck of a performance on that character. So overall, Migration wasn't too bad, and the animation was pretty good. The story was fine as it was. Nothing special though, but I really thought it was pretty good. I don't really think this is Illumination's best film, but it does have its moments and what have you. So anyway, if you're into, well, films like maybe Chicken Run or what have you, or if you do compare this to, well, Super Mario or any other Illumination film, then I'd say go for it. Check this film out. It is playing in theaters. Migration, it's not too bad. It's got a fair, fine story. It's got great voice acting cast and great characters and what have you. The music and score is good too. So that's about it. That's about all I can tell you. Now, some of the humor was fine, what have you. Some of it kind of missed me just by this much and what have you. But that's all I'm going to tell you. So anyway, go check out Migration. You might like it. For my score, I'm going to give Migration 3.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. Yeah. Again, it was fine, what have you. So what did you think of Migration? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for my Saturday morning TV log on the ABC Weekend Specials coming up tomorrow morning. And I'm happy to report that since I kind of took down the previous video down because you knew I wasn't thrilled with my visit to Aquaman re-review, I see you finally warmed up to me and pushed it up a little bit, give it a few views. So I'll be able to give you a review of that after all. Thank you. But that'll be coming up tomorrow night, as I've said in my comment in the community section on my YouTube channel page. Listen, I do apologize again. I wasn't trying to encourage you people in any ways. I just wanted this to do better than my original review, okay? So, thank you for watching my review of Migration. And if you like this, check out the spoiler-free reviews for some of these other films and what have you. In the upper, these are Illumination's previous films. In the upper left-hand corner is my spoiler-free review of Minions: The Rise of Gru from last year in 2022. The upper right-hand corner is my spoiler-free review of their recent hit, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Or, if you would like, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of the new Chicken Run, Dawn the Nugget, now streaming on Netflix. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.